Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the new moon in Libra ceremony. I'm Helen Hodgson. For those of you who are new, I run transformational goddess retreats for women in Southern California, and every month I host this new moon ceremony here on Zoom and YouTube. And it's always been my mission to use the ancient wisdom of the goddesses and feminine mystics and the cycles of the moon to bring in harmony and self-love for the modern day woman. A lot of the ancient myths we can resonate with today and find self-love and harmony for ourselves, right? And all the different archetypes that are in the different goddesses. And then in the moon cycles, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the three phases of the moon, and resonate with the goddess too, and women. So we right now are in the dark moon phase. The moon is switching to Libra this afternoon at my time, Pacific. It's around 3 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be on the other end of the day for those of you in Europe. Or even we'll go into the following day if I get my calculations right. So right now the moon is dark, and this is the perfect time to get quiet and spend time like we are right now in a mini retreat, looking at the qualities of Libra and how best we can weave that into our upcoming month. A lot of people do see this as a mini retreat, a way to get grounded and centered and set intentions for the upcoming month. I always recommend that you have a journal handy, and if you can, to allocate a specific journal for all your new moon ceremonies, so you can keep them all in one place, and you can look back on the previous month to see where you were, what things came up for you after the meditation, and things that maybe you can look back on last year. Where were you last year? Where were you last month? And what do you want to set your intentions for this coming month in Libra? So if you have a candle handy too, I'll be lighting our candle for everybody once we get ready for the meditation, and finding some privacy in your home, wherever you are, so you know you won't be disturbed, that your family knows that this is your time. You're taking a mini retreat for yourself, turning off your ringer and notifications. So this new moon cycle, I really have started to do these new moon cycles for women who do too much, who need a nudge to get quiet and sit in silence under the dark moon. If you look at the moon, well, you can't see it obviously, right? It's not visible during the dark moon, and then we start with the crescent, the waxing crescent after the new moon as we head towards the full moon. But if you look at the moon as an indicator of your feminine cycle, right? During the full moon, it's all about illumination and being visible. So that's the time that you celebrate and express yourself. But during the waning moon is a time of the wise woman, the crone, the woman that sits in silence and figures out what she's going to do for the upcoming month and has the wisdom. So if we remember that, why we're doing this. And as always, I'd like to share a poem This one is by Becca Lee. The moon is a powerful reminder that we can be beautiful no matter how much of ourselves we choose to bear. That we can be cherished even when we change, when we regress, and when we grow. That each of our phases are worthy. But we are at our most remarkable and unforgettable when we are full and holy ourselves. That's by Becca Lee. So what do we want to wish for during this Libra new moon? So we know that Libra is the sign of the scales of justice, right? It's a sign of harmony and relationship. And it is a cardinal sign. So that means it's close to a threshold. We just had the autumn equinox a few days ago, the equal time of light and dark. Did you celebrate, honor that time at all? Anybody? Yes, good. Yeah, me too. And I actually lit a black and white candle to symbolize the light and day. And I had those burning all day. It was a wonderful reminder. So Libra strives for balance between polarities. Librans are known for their good taste, elegance, and charm. They are seekers of harmony and beauty. Their natural mode of living is in partnership with others. Intimate relationships are quite important to them, as are issues of social justice. Libras forever hope that all parties in a conflict will be satisfied, and they have a tendency to understand and support both sides of a dispute, which can drive their friends crazy unless they're smart enough to value the mediation that Libras naturally provide. Anybody resonating with that? If you have any Libra in your sign. I know I do. I was a middle child, so always been the mediator. Libras will go out of their way to avoid a quarrel, and they may have a hard time making a decision. So as every sign, there's always a shadow side of each sign. So indecisive is a shadow of Libra. Artistic pursuits of all kinds provide an outlet for Libra's love of beauty, and they benefit from strengthening their will to act in favor of their higher purpose, which ultimately lies in dedicating themselves to humanity at large. Interesting, right? So Libra rules marriage, and under that marriage umbrella comes partnerships, agreements, sharing, interdependence, fairness, balance, equality, appreciation of opposite viewpoints, negotiating and counseling, harmony, peace, beauty, art, decorations, teamwork, giving and receiving support, collaborations, supportive relationships, cooperation, team identity, sociability, being companionable, tact, getting along with others, one-on-one interactions, diplomacy, and affinity for others. There's that wanting to support both sides. Refinement, luxury, elegance, pampering, good taste, grace. So the shadow side is codependency, appeasing behaviors, indecision, aimless debate, and seeking approval. So that indecision and seeking approval, codependency. Am I doing this right? Am I good enough? All those shadow sides. I'm sure we all can relate to that, myself included. Libra likes balance, like we've said. At this time, we're asked to look towards cultivating some peace in our life. We've been shown that where there may be some disharmony or lack of accountability, that's been shown, especially right now during Mercury retrograde, right? Everything is enhanced and highlighted. This time can be a call to honor your own truth and take a step back for your own good. We can't change people, but we can change our proximity to them. And also we're reminded that it is essential to honor our own well-being. This new moon right now in Libra can bring harmony and teamwork, a marriage of equality, mutual respect, and is it a chance or to look at healing codependency. Libra is an air sign, which involves your head, logic, and it reminds us of the need for diplomacy and negotiation skills. And the air element is the masculine or the yang energy, representing the breath or the prana, the realm of ideas. So it's all about all this heady stuff. And the archetypal associations that link the physical to the non-physical world together. So if you think of the archetype of Libra, think of the artist or the idealist, the peacemaker, right? Balanced, reasonable, social, diplomatic, cooperative, fair, harmonious, charming, graceful, elegant. The list goes on. And it's in the mode, the cardinal mode. Spontaneous, outgoing, creative, representing self-starters who make their power known, proactive and spirited. So just as a recap, there's a lot of information there. The qualities of Libra are peacemaker, idealistic, and they crave balance. So during our meditation, we're going to be focusing on owning your unique essence. So you release the need to compare yourself to others and let go of codependency. We're also going to focus on supportive relationships, so you feel a strong sense of mutual support that results in a win-win situation, thinking of those scales again. And equality and fairness, so you start to feel equal to others and release the need to compare yourself, so you feel internally balanced and peaceful. And as always, it's a good invitation to be present despite all that is going on in our world. So our group affirmation is, I honor my own needs, feelings, and preferences while balancing the needs of others. I'll repeat that. I honor my own needs, feelings and preferences while balancing the needs of others. So any of you out there with Libra, either your sun or your moon or your rising north node, does that resonate with you? First of all, you've got to honor your own needs before you start fixing everybody. And you can still balance the needs of others, right? I'm glad that resonates. I'm going to light our candle. And as always, we do, it's 10 to 15 minute meditation. So we can get quiet and centered. And then I'll be asking you some questions so you can do some free form writing. And also, if you think about meditating, you get out of your head, right? So that you can truly feel what's going on. Especially under this Libra sign, this air sign, we're going to focus on the air and the breath and the prana. Oftentimes we go about our day where we're not focusing on our breath, and our breath may be shallow. So our aim, we're going to really focus on the breath, the element of air. So if you set yourself up for your meditation, sitting, lying down, getting yourself comfortable. We can begin. Gently close your eyes, just observing the room where you're in first, though. Sorry. Just take a look around your space where you are now. Drinking it in. And then close your eyes. Feeling the support of Mother Earth through your feet, if you're sitting, through your root chakra, if you're lying. And as always, feeling grounded and supported, feeling your roots very deep, so you have a strong foundation in order to make changes and bring in harmony. And feeling those roots very deep, deeper into the ground, through all the stratospheres. And then with your eyes still closed, your back tall and extending the energy through your root chakra. Your first chakra. Moving up to your second chakra, sacral chakra. And again, feeling that energy rise to your third chakra, your solar plexus, your fourth chakra, your heart, your fifth chakra, your throat, how you communicate, sixth chakra, your middle eye, between your eyebrows, and your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Feel all of your chakras illuminating and spinning. Knowing each one is harmonious with the breath, the prana, life force. Let's really focus and bring in this life force, this element of air, which Libra resonates with. New beginnings, messages, the element of air, carrying winds of change. When you go about your day today, or in the next few days, under this Libra sign, notice the element of air. Notice the winds, the gentle winds. Notice the leaves and the trees moving subtly. Sit. I invite you to walk in nature, sit in nature, and observe the subtle changes of the element air. Notice your breath. Is it deep and nourishing, or is it shallow? Do you feel your rib cage expand when you take in a breath? You feel your belly expand as you begin your inhale. If you put your hands, one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, can you feel the movement? Is your exhale as long as your inhale? Let's do 3 deep breaths in a cycle together. Starting first, inhaling, expanding the belly. So let's do that. Let's inhale for 4 counts and hold for 4 counts and exhale for 4 counts. Here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. Sorry, hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. And when you inhale through the belly, take it all the way up to your chest as well, so your hand on your chest moves. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in your own time, repeat 3 more cycles on your own, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4. On your own, 3 more cycles. And exhale. And just letting go of the counting now. Just feeling that whirl of prana, that life force, breath in your body. Feeling those chakras too still open and spinning. And thinking of the scales of justice under this Libra sign. And remembering our affirmation, I honor my own needs, feelings, and preferences while balancing the needs of others. So under this new moon in Libra, there's always a restart, a new beginning. A restart possible for anything and everything. Anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justices. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. Keeping your eyes closed still. Looking at where you need more harmony or balance in your life, or where does it need to be adjusted? If you think of the old-fashioned scales, there may be a little bit more weight on one side. Are you giving a little too much and not leaving enough for yourself? Can you take off some weight from that side where you're giving too much and put it on the other side for you? So that it's feeling harmonious and equal. Have you been neglecting your own needs, giving too much? Can you make that adjustment? Libra new moon also invites us to connect with our deepest bliss and to focus on simple pleasures in our lives with a childlike joy, and calling you to be present and live in the moment. We're still honoring that breath, that prana energy, and the element of air, and the direction of east, which is all about new beginnings. We're going to bring the energy down our body, thinking of that wave of air that we started from our root chakra all the way up to our crown chakra. We're going to reverse that now as we come to an end in our meditation. So let the energy sweep from the crown chakra down to the middle eye, down to the throat chakra, the heart, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. Know that you're always grounded. Know that you can always come back to this meditation using the breath, the prana, element of air under this Libra, a sign of justice and equilibrium, justice for all, inner harmony. And we'll finish with 3 more breaths together. Inhaling through the belly, holding the breath, and exhaling. Inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling. And last one, inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling. And slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes and look around your room, the space you're in, and observe the difference, how you feel, how everything looks. Is it softer? Can you see more clearly? And if you take out your journal and a pen, first question is, what brings you joy, and how can you bring more into your life? New moon in Libra asks us to connect with our deepest bliss. A call to be present, live in the moment, and listen to what ignites pure joy in your veins. So what is it that inspires you to be happy? What brings you joy, and how can you bring more into your life? Maybe there's just a little thing, one little thing that you could do for this upcoming month to bring in and cultivate more joy. So 3 to 4 minutes while you write freely in your journal. Just let it all pour out. Don't edit yourself. Just see what comes out. And I'll give you a minute warning before we finish that first question. Off you go. You just wrap up that answer before we move on to the next. So this Libra new moon is prompting is not to worry so much about the future, especially when you don't have all the answers figured out. So the question is, if you've been worrying, can you take a step back, take a breather until you've got all the answers figured out? Can you take a breather so you're not worrying so much? I don't know if you've ever been working at your computer and maybe writing something, whatever it is, and you get stuck. And you stay there and you get, right, when you're stuck. But if you take a breath, step away so that you change your environment, you change what you're doing with your brain, you'd be amazed. The answers come right away. Happens to me all the time. I think I have to stay being stuck before the answers come. But I swear, every time I do that, I step away, go outside, take a little walk, boom, the answers come. So using different parts of your brain. So if anybody can relate to that, let me know in the chat. So the question is, can you, yes, can you take a step breath back and give yourself a breather? Can you and will you for this upcoming month, if you're working on something that requires you to come up with answers? Yeah, feeling stuck. Yeah. So changing your environment, changing the different area of your brain, right? There's only so much we can do and to be productive at one given time. I forget, it's actually a pretty short space of time at one given time. So just sitting there for 4 hours, getting tight from sitting. You could sit there for 20 minutes, take a break, and still be as productive and come back with the answers. So my question is, have you been worrying about the future and trying to figure it all out? Can you give yourself a breather? 2 minutes, just to give yourself some journal prompts right now, some things that you can do next time you're stuck. Write down. Give yourself permission. 2 minutes. Write it down. Okay, and we're moving on to the last question. So just finishing off the second question. How can you find more harmony in your life? What is one small baby step you can take during this, on this new moon? Can you find more harmony? Is it going to bed earlier? Getting up earlier? Taking more breaks in the day? What is it that you could do to find more harmony in your life? Three minutes. Okay, just wrapping up that last question. So I hope you spend a few hours, a few minutes on something that brings you happiness and joy today and every day. And let's see. I just was looking to see if there was a divine message that I could share with you. And it really is a powerful time of expansion and growth, this Libra new moon, which can supercharge any transformation we're going through. But you must be rooted on solid ground. So using the meditation that we did today to get really rooted first. And yeah, so you may be feeling a strong sense for balance and harmony. We just came out of the autumn equinox, and we're heading into the shorter days, more dark. And just looking ahead for next month, the full moon is in Aries on October 9th, and the next new moon is in Scorpio, which will be on Tuesday, October 25th. So as always, I'll send you out a reminder, and this Libra new moon invitation to find more balance and harmony, looking at ways that maybe you've been neglecting yourself so that you can feel a sense of being equal. That you release the need to compare yourself to others, release the need to be codependent, and to find more harmony in your life. So I just wanted to leave you with an invitation for my next upcoming retreat. It's in the spring of next year, spring of 2023. And this retreat is on awakening your inner Aphrodite. So I'll include a link in the description of this video today. And as always, enjoy this time under the new moon. Take time to get still and quiet and honor the cycles within so you can find more harmony and balance in your life. I will see you next month. Thanks so much for being here as always. See you next month.